Welcome you guys to the Wrestling Pit podcast here on YouTube.com. Going to be reviewing the WWE Elimination Chamber, of course, you guys, that we seen like during like 5 o'clock in the morning, some of our times, 4 o'clock in the morning, some of our times, and so on and so forth. So we're going to let Mr. Big Man start off the show today.
What's going on, everybody? So we start off with the kickoff, which was the Kabuki Warriors versus Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae for the women's tag team championship match. And I guess the way I'm gonna kick it off to Chris. What did you think about that match? And its results.
That match right there, I mean, it's like you already knew who was gonna win. Why put Candice LeRae? I mean, why just throw that little match out there? Why not put a tag title match where it's gonna be good? It's not gonna be like a squash match or anything. I mean, I'd rather seeing what's their names? What's those girls' name? The ones that had the titles before them. I cannot remember their names.
Oh, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance.
Yes, I would at least wanted to see a good match out of that, but Kabuki Warriors, they retain the title, so they're more than likely will have a some kind of match against, I'm not sure who, but anyways, it's gonna be at WrestleMania. But who do y'all think though should be should should who should they fight at WrestleMania? Like in a good match. If y'all had to take a guess.
Hector?
I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest with you. The match last night, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't great. It was okay. I mean, I'm not taking that away from it. Listen, I get it that they're pushing the women's tag team. They're trying to do something with it, and it's cool. It just I didn't find the interest in that particular match. So it was just like, to me, I just felt as though it was just a little bit of a waste for pre-show, but I guess whatever.
Jeff?
Tag teams, I would just say women's tag team matches for me are just like blah blah blah. Like I don't even care. I don't even care. Get to the main point. Like some of these matches are pointless, and then some of them, are good. But no, the Kabuki Warriors, no. I think uh, it was all right. I'm just gonna put it like that. The match was all right.
Shane?
Oh.
Nah. You know what? It was okay at best. You know what I mean? But I don't think they should have took the tag titles off of them.
Katana Chance and Kaden Carter.
Yeah, I don't think they should have took the titles off of them. Like to be honest, but I mean for the match itself, I mean it was what it was. It was just there, I guess, to entertain the crowd. It was a solid match. You know what I mean? Nothing exciting.
I know people were leaving probably during, going to the concession stand during that match.
Oh no, they wasn't. They was hyped because of Indy Hartwell. Remember, she also
they was hyped because of her. Yeah, of course.
So that's probably another reason they did put her in there. Did put her in that match.
That's what I was about to get to. For me, I understood why they did it because of Indy Hartwell, but then at the same time, you left Bronson Reed out. You could have did something. You had enough on the pre-show to do both Indy Hartwell there and a match with Bronson Reed there. If you would just do it so Indy could be there, you could do that for Bronson Reed too, because he was Australian. He deserved to be there just as much as Indy Hartwell did. But the match itself was fine. It was okay. It was okay for a kickoff show. A couple of botches and missed opportunities here and there, but otherwise it was fine. It was okay. It was okay.
I
Okay.
fell asleep.
All right, now we're moving on to the main show, with the first match being the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Same thing, Chris. What did you think about it? Think about the match and its results.
All right. I thought the match was pretty decent, even though the match kind of went by a little bit fast. You seen a lot of eliminations by, people you thought was gonna be in the match, toward the end. But
Especially at the end, too. That went
yeah,
that fast. But
especially at the end. Tiffany Stratton, she was definitely putting in that work though. She was definitely putting in that work. Go ahead and say it, Shane.
It's Tiffy time. I told y'all.
Oh God!
But when she got eliminated, I was like, oh man, she should have been there with the last. She should have been one of the last two to be in there, like with Becky. To make her actually like shine more, and to make her feel like that she belongs. In the she can be in the ring with the very best. So in my opinion, with Becky winning, pinning Liv, I think it was Liv, right?
yeah, Liv was
Yeah,
last.
pinning Liv, I was like, wow. I was like, we knew that Becky was gonna win. So like I said, it could have been better, but you can tell, with Naomi, I seen her reaction on her face when she got pinned. I was like, oh my God. But it was just sad, y'all. But hopefully, she'll, you know, have a WrestleMania moment some kind of way by costing
Yeah.
somebody or doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Since Shane was sitting up there all hype, let's go. Let's hear your Tiffy time. You give it out to you, Shane.
It's Toodles. I keep trying to tell y'all.
Toodles.
She shine.
This
She get
man, Toodles.
MVP. She get in. Hold on, wait. She get MVP of the night. I don't care. But I think for Naomi taking the pin, I kind of knew that was going to happen. I wish it was Raquel Rodriguez, but it wasn't. I I think by the time Naomi came back, they didn't really have her in the plans
Yeah.
going towards WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she get her shine after. But overall, the match itself, I told y'all they was going to put Becky in first and made her look like the survivor of the whole goddamn thing.
Mhm.
But overall, I mean, the result of the match, it was the right call. I mean, because like I said, it was a money match. You got Rhea and Becky, they've been teasing that match for months.
Long
So
Right,
it
time.
was
Yes.
it was
right,
it was the
right.
right call.
Hector.
Where do I start? I didn't like the whole Liv pinning Naomi.
Tiffy time.
No, it
I,
was
I, I,
it
well, it
was
was,
Tiffany Stratton.
yeah. Regardless, so I didn't like the ending part where I think it was Bianca, yeah, where she pinned Bianca and then the man hit her with the rock bottom or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Like that. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. I thought that was a bad idea. I think it should have went the other way. I would have been more happy.
The way around.
Anyway, if it would have been Bianca pinning, Liv, and then her turning around, getting hit, boom, 1, 2, 3, I'd have been fine with it.
That would
I didn't
that
like
would have
I
been
didn't like
fire.
I didn't like it the way it was. The only reason why I'm saying that is because of the same way that it's a potential between Bianca and Becky Lynch. That's a money match. The same way we're Rhea Ripley and Becky, a money match. I don't live. No, sorry, no. Get out of here. Go over there. Sorry, that's just me. Now, not saying that I'm not saying I hate her. No, far from that. Me personally, I don't find the appeal to Liv Morgan. We had a conversation. I don't think she's one of the best female wrestlers. I don't find her to be one of the best wrestlers at all. The best one, and that's for another conversation. But to stick on this conversation, Bianca Belair, Penny, I'm sorry. Bianca is better than Liv wrestling. That's
100%.
me.
100%.
That's me.
100%.
I'll take the shots. I'll put the target on my back. That's me.
100%. 100%.
Okay.
Hey, yo, he about to have the internet go crazy over these Liv
I'm gonna
Morgan
have him
fans,
go
boy.
crazy. And I'm gonna put my belt down. I'm gonna have him go crazy. Liv Morgan cannot wrestle with Bianca Belair.
No.
Sorry,
No,
she can't. She
no. I
can't.
mean, you might as well. You if you're gonna have Liv Morgan try to go at the title, send her to NXT, for a little bit, and work with Lara Valkyria or something like that.
Or
Bruh.
just send her home. Period. It don't mean just throw get out of here.
Bruh.
Just like Royal
Send her to
Rumble. Now you throw
AEW.
them over the ropes. Royal Rumble.
Hold
Send her to
on.
That's it. Go.
AEW.
All right.
But
Jeff?
the match overall was good.
Oh.
I did like the match. The match
the
overall
match
was
was
good. Tiff, yo,
Bruh.
It should have
yo,
been it should have been
MVP.
I give it to it.
should have been her.
I give
It
it
should have
to
been
her.
Stratton and Becky at the end. It should have been
Eh,
Stratton and Becky.
MVP. If we're voting
Bianca.
on MVP of the night for each match, Tiffany gets MVP. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start voting MVP for our matches. For every match they have, we're voting MVP. Tiffany's trying to take it. She did wonderful. She did great. That her first elimination match.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Toodles.
Toodles.
Don't give
I'm
me.
gonna say what you say. Toodles. She did her thing, but overall the match was good. I did like it. Just the ending I didn't like, but we all knew Becky was gonna win.
Jeff.
Ah, man. Let's see. I'll say the match was good. And yeah, I agree. Tiffany Stratton did good for her first elimination chamber. But I still think that Bianca Belair should have been one of the last ones. Like at least the third one to get pinned at the end. Like the last one to get pinned.
The last
But
three.
yeah, one of the last three. But it I don't know. Match was great. I didn't have no complaints. Like all the wrestlers were great. Liv Morgan, like you said, Hector, should be in NXT. NXT going after the women's title or in the tag team division somewhere.
Y'all ain't shit.
Hey,
Y'all ain't shit.
hey,
All right.
hey, I'm speaking my mind.
Go
All
ahead.
right, so
Go ahead,
let
little
me-
big man.
That
So
heel mentality.
So for me, I actually think overall this chamber was actually better just by this much than the men's chamber. I will say that, but I will touch on why when we get to the men's chamber. But for this match, yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everything. And y'all said a lot of it. Pretty much everything was good to me. The ending is where I was disconnected at. First of all, I was surprised that Liv Morgan made it to the final three. I ain't had as much as I said in our predictions I wanted her to win. I didn't think she was gonna make it to the final three. I honestly thought it was gonna be Becky, Bianca, and Tiffany.
Right.
Yeah.
I figured the first two people eliminated was gonna be Liv and Naomi.
Yeah.
And I thought Liv was gonna go first,
Raquel.
then Naomi, and then Tiffany, and then it's gonna be Becky and Raquel, then
Yeah.
Bianca, and then Becky.
Right.
wins.
So forth and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah. But the fact that Liv made it to the final three, I was shocked. And then I'm like, they pushed her strong in this match. She didn't look bad.
Mhm.
Despite the fact that she shouldn't have been there, she didn't look bad. And because she got pinned by Tiffany on SmackDown, they gave her the pin at the Elimination Chamber on Tiffany. So overall, it was good. I didn't like how fast the ending went either, too. Because they could have did a little bit of, they could have did 5 extra minutes and had a little bit of a struggle, 5-10 minutes, just a bit of a struggle too.
Yeah.
Becky. It was just like
her
Liv
kick
just
out the manhandle slam or something.
right. It was just like Liv just pinned Bianca out of nowhere. I'm like, okay, you get that. Why did you even get Liv
What?
out? But she pins Bianca. And then just turns around, manhandle slams, gets pinned by Becky. I'm like, all right, well,
I
that was
didn't.
kind of
Yeah, I didn't
right.
like that either. That's what I'm saying. If it was the other way, I wouldn't have been mad about it as much. I just that part, that decision part, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
But overall, like I said, enjoy the match. Just that little ending part, the surprise that Liv was there, and then how the ending went. Other than that, it was good. But I think we're moving on to the tag team match now with New Cash Republic versus Judgment Days, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor. What do you like about it, and what do you think of the result? Hector, I'm gonna let you go first this time.
We knew Judgment Day was going to win. I wanted Pete Dunne and Bate to win, but we all knew Judgment Day was going to win. I did like the match. There were certain points of the match where I was like, "Oh, they're going to lose it," because it was close. It was close.
Very.
It was good. I think they put a real good tag team match. Dominic obviously doing what Dominic does best, and then him getting kicked out. That's where I was like, oh, they may lose it. There may be a part where that's when the little hope came in, like they say, like, oh, Dominic is out of here. He's not interfering. Oh, here it goes. It could be, but when they pulled out the W, props to the Judgment Day. They did. I think it was a great match. I think it was a great match.
Shane?
I think the match was fire. Overall, the match was fire. To it to not have no build, it had me hooked. I was like, oh man. And then, like what Hector said, when they took out Dominic, I'm like, damn, they might. But I'm like, nah, there's no way. The only thing that I could say flawless, the only thing I could disagree about not even the match, they need to change their goddamn song.
Yes.
Pete Dunne and them, because that song is trash.
It's
I
trash.
don't
Yeah,
know.
it's trash.
Straight
I don't know
garbage.
who came up with that.
It's
I don't know
trash.
who. It's garbage.
They should
I
have
don't
to get the
think
Nah.
remote and mute. I had to
anything.
get the remote and mute it.
It didn't get me hyped at all. I just was like, huh? But
I had
overall,
to
though,
mute it.
that tag team match was definitely fire. It was for me a 5 out of 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Chris?
All right. So with this match here with what is that team called? The Newcastle
New Cash
Republic or something?
Republic. Yeah, New
Yeah,
Cash.
yeah. So Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, both of those guys from NXT UK. They're both are phenomenal superstars. And once, pretty much just overall in the match, my money pretty much was on Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. I was like, man, I hope they win. But I was like, then again, I was like, dang, Damon Priest still got a briefcase. So I started trying to map everything out. So I was like, shoot, if they defend those titles against whoever at WrestleMania, then that's probably where Damon Priest gonna cash in. Then that's when they're gonna lose the titles. But I was like, man, Judgment Day finna win. So I was like, man, I'm gonna go take a shower. And then I just said, shoot, came back and then heard the Judgment Day song, and I was like, yeah, I kind of figured that. So, but overall, the match was good. I went back and rewatched it.
Jeff?
All right, so I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. It was a great match, but I think the story behind it was crap. Like they didn't have no like y'all said, no build up whatsoever. But hey, sometimes you don't have to have a build up for a great match. And sometimes like some tag teams you think ain't gonna work will work. Like I didn't think that them two will work good together. I don't know why, but I didn't think they was gonna work good together. But I'm glad Pete Dunne got away from Sheamus and the boys because he, He didn't do nothing with them at all.
Mm.
At all. And did y'all see
Butch.
when the screen went black?
I was trying to
Yeah.
figure what was going on with it.
Oh, so I seen something. They said that the screen went black because the fans were flipping off Dominic,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
Yeah,
they was
it had.
and they was cussing at him. So
Yeah.
yeah. So they cut everything, and
okay.
They
I'm
did
like,
that a
dang.
lot throughout the show. Happened a
Let
lot
me
throughout the show.
but hold on, let me say this real quick though. Dominic is probably the best heel right now in the game. Period. I don't care what
Yeah.
nobody say. This man is getting a lot of heat. A
Oh no,
lot of
yeah,
heat.
no, yeah, yeah. Regardless
He's
of
getting a
however we
lot
see
of
it,
heat.
he's doing his part,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's
Hell
what I
yeah.
like. What Dominic is doing, he whether you want to or not, you're gravitating to him because he's playing the part.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah. He's getting a
So
lot
yeah,
of heat.
kudos to Dominic. Nah,
I
seriously,
think
like
speaking of Dominic, I feel like Dominic is pretty much on the same heel level as Christian Cage in AEW.
Mm,
Yeah.
No.
As
no,
far
no,
get him
No.
out of here, get him
no,
out of
Yeah.
here.
Get
Go,
this man out of here,
man,
bro.
come over there.
No.
Go
No.
over there.
No.
next match,
No.
next match.
Hold
Next
on, hold
match.
Next
on,
match. Next match.
hold on,
No,
hold on. Let me. I ain't get my thoughts yet.
All right,
Oh
go
no,
ahead. Go
you're right.
ahead.
You're right. My bad. My bad. My bad. That got me. That threw me off. I'm sorry. You're right.
No,
What you got?
no, the match was good. It was like because of the no build. This match was amazing. It there was almost matching. It was amazing as a match with no build, and yet it went somewhat flawlessly. There was that one box with Damian Priest where obviously he was supposed to get a Hurricane Rana into Finn Balor, but he fell a little short, so he had to pick himself up and pretend like he still got thrown into Finn Balor. But other than that, Dominic's heel he got some nice heel reaction, so he played his part well. The match was good. Other than I like that Damian Priest outfit looked reminiscent to 2005, 2006 Kane's purple and black. So I actually call back to that too. But other than that, the match was good.
hmm
No problem with it. Just like I said, it just had that one little botch that I noticed. But other than that, it was good. But actually, we don't have another match next. We got the Grayson Waller effect.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
God! Here we go.
garbage,
Here we
So,
go.
garbage.
so that's where we're gonna talk about next. So what y'all got? What y'all think about the Grayson Waller effect?
Oh God!
This time I'm gonna flip it to Jeff first. So Jeff, tell me what you think about the Grayson Waller effect.
Bro, Seth's promos, his promos is always good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, always. But I think Seth Rollins got something up his sleeve. I think he's gonna really turn on Cody and help Roman win at
I
WrestleMania.
got a counter theory to that when we get to the man's one, but go ahead.
But at the same time, I don't know. And with Austin Theory, I seen him look at Grayson Waller, and I think they gonna have a match. They gonna have a match soon.
What,
I don't know when, but they gonna start a feud.
what
The
do you
way
think
he
about
snatched that,
Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes announcements?
it was good. I liked it. Like Cody Rhodes speaks for itself. Like
Okay.
although the tribal chief is gonna beat him, I'm just gonna put it like that.
Oh man. Oh man.
All right, Shane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, my man Cody challenges The Rock. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Should that be a one-on-one match? Yes. Should it be at WrestleMania? No. Should it be at Backlash? Yes.
No.
Yes, it should
But
be.
Cody said anytime before WrestleMania. He said he wanted to do it before Wrestle.
Nah, man, that should be at that should be
Before
at
WrestleMania,
Backlash.
hell no.
Nah, it should be at Backlash. It should be it should be there. But overall, I mean, it was it was just there, I guess. If you really want to, they needed some star power to the show, so really it was just there. You know what I mean? But
Killing some time.
yeah, but the Austin Theory, that was funny as hell. I was with that.
Yes. Yes.
Grayson Waller, is he gonna turn face? I hope not. But if we do get a feud out of it, I could see Grayson Waller turning face than the Hill.
Yeah. I can see Austin Theory being the heel.
What
Yeah, because
about
he don't need to be no face.
what
He don't
about
need to
Seth
be
Rollins'
face, no.
announcement that he's almost medically clear? What do you think
I
about
mean, yeah,
that?
I expect that to happen. I mean, because he's gonna. I ain't gonna speak forward, but he gonna defend the title against who. But I mean, that was great for him. I think that should have just been on Raw. You could have gave that spot to another match, like a Bronson Reed, like you were saying. That segment could have just been on Raw for that matter.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
get it. You needed the stars for that pay-per-view for that particular crowd. So yeah, I mean, whatever.
Grayson Waller's Australian, so
Yeah, it did its work. It did what it did.
Chris?
All right. So, I mean, I thought it was a pretty cool segment, just kill time throughout the show. But I feel like Seth Rollins is pretty much trying to make it as a tag match when he told Cody that I think there's no such thing as one-on-one matches or something like that. So it looks like they're pushing toward on doing of course, a tag team match. But I would want to see that backlash, but every time Roman wrestles at WrestleMania, he doesn't wrestle at the next pay-per-view. So more than likely, it's probably gonna be at WrestleMania night one, probably like the main event or the match before the main event. But as far as like Grayson Waller, getting the mic snatched out of his hand by Austin Theory, I was like, you seen the look on his face. I was like, wow. And then he just stood back, let him get curb stomped and everything. But uh, overall, it was a pretty cool segment.
Actor?
It was trash.
It
It was trash.
I was
It
waiting
was
for
trash. It was garbage. It was garbage. It was a waste of my time.
You sound so bad, right? You sound so angry about it. It's okay.
Dude, listen. I get it. They were killing time. Whatever. Okay, you could have did it another way. You could have did it
the
another way.
wannabe rock.
For all that,
Wannabe
you could have
rock.
just did the Kabuki Warriors against the other two in that place, and just
Right.
had the pre-show with them, doing the interview and all that, and went from there. I didn't find the point for it. I didn't find the purpose. Yeah, Seth said, hey, he'll be medically cleared soon, and that's great for him. Obviously, none of us want to see wrestlers hurt or injured. You know what I mean? They put their bodies on the line, so we get it. Like we all do. We hope for a speedy recovery, and it's cool. And the whole Austin Theory thing going on with him. With heel, because he's a good heel. So that's cool and all, and I can see the baby face coming from, the other guy that I really don't care for.
Grayson Waller.
Yeah, that guy, whatever. Yeah, I really didn't pay. I didn't care for it. It just wasn't me. I did what everybody else was doing through certain matches. I would just walk away, or fast forward because I obviously didn't wake up at 5 a.m.
Right.
And I just whatever. Then the curb stop. It was hilarious when I think it was Cody that threw Austin Theory to the turnbuckle, and he still had the mic in his hand. He's
Mike
like,
in his hand.
that was funny. I mean, that was funny. And then obviously Seth hits him with the curb stomp, and he sells it like he sells it. But as far as the whole thing in general, just throw it away. I didn't care.
Bro, one funny thing was when Austin Theory was trying to be like The Rock.
Yeah. He was talking,
When he was trying to be
and
like The
Seth was
Rock, that's
hyping him up.
the funniest thing. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
that was
like,
corny. That was corny as hell, though.
bro, I'm like,
Corny
what's the
as
point?
hell. I was like, man, I was like, let a kid come out and do that.
No, it was decent. Like, it could have been better if they actually let Cody explain why. Because he was getting ready to explain why he let The Rock take his spot, and then he wanted to.
Yup.
If they would have let him explain that would have validated that whole segment. And then to me, it was just like, what was the whole thing with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns? There was no payoff to that. It was like, was he supposed to try to rattle Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes? He didn't do that. They didn't really do anything but Austin Theory get beat up. But yeah, Cody Rhodes challenging The Rock. I think it's most likely with Seth Rollins, added little words, it's gonna be a tag team match at night one. I don't think The Rock and Cody is gonna have a one-on-one. But if it it's nowhere for else for it to happen because he said between now and WrestleMania. So probably if it does, if anything of the sort happens, it's gonna be a tag team match at night one. I'm glad Seth Rollins is gonna be medically cleared. He's obviously showing that here. He showed that in this promo about curb stomp and Austin Theory. It was funny with Austin Theory trying to be like The Rock and all that type of stuff or whatnot. Overall, it could have been. It just what they were trying to do with it, how they hyped it up, it didn't live up to it, in my opinion. It just wasn't. It shouldn't have been on the match. They could have put Indy there. They could have put that match with Indy Hartwell in them right there, and that could have been on the pre-show. But obviously, because of Seth and Cody, it is what it is.
Grayson Waller being Australian.
Grayson Waller. I can see them, before I move on, I can see them turning Grayson with that whole interaction with Austin Theory. I can see them turning him face and having him face Austin Theory at WrestleMania.
I did find out something though, as far as why they scraped Bronson Reed from being in the Elimination Chamber. So it looks like his wife, they ended up pretty much having a child.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
I was like,
that
Bronson.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That makes a lot of sense. All right, so we're moving on then. We got the men's elimination chamber match. So Hector,
bunch of
since we're all
bullshit.
hyped up, what do you think? What do you think about the match and its results, man?
Drew McIntyre. We knew it. Logan Paul, get him out of here. Yeah. Yeah. Get him out of here. Yeah. Now, it was good. I think it was good. Yeah. They were doing their thing. AJ Styles, though.
Oh, my God.
AJ Styles, though?
Out of nowhere.
AJ Styles, that was, I didn't expect that. I didn't see that coming. I thought it was just pretty much just them just going at it. And to see my boy AJ Styles come out and, do that to LA Knight, that was crazy. And then he hit him with the Styles Clash on the chair. That was crazy. And, it was good. Now, Randy, I'm sorry. He's in pain. He's in serious pain.
That RKO.
He was grabbing on his back a lot. A lot. You know what I mean? I wish he would have won. That would have been great too. But we obviously knew that Drew McIntyre was gonna get it, and it was just like, okay, cool. But overall, I did enjoy the match. I thought the match was good. It did keep up. Surprising with AJ Styles. So yeah, I want to see what's gonna happen with AJ Styles and LA Knight. That's gonna be a good one. So yeah, I liked it overall.
Do
Oh
you think
wow.
Randy was selling that injury?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Nah,
Nah.
he looked like he was hurt.
He was hurt.
Every time he landed on his back, that wasn't pain of I'm selling it. This is pain of me being really hurt.
Doing this like this the whole time.
The whole time. And the more I saw it,
back.
the more I was in pain. Because, he just had back surgery.
Right.
And then to come back to compete, at the level he's competing, don't get me wrong, he can compete. But you can see it every time.
Yeah.
The pain in his face was like, nah, this is not selling. This is beyond selling now.
Right.
Chris, what you think?
Me? So overall with the men's, like Hector said, we knew Drew McIntyre was gonna win. But they had to hurry up and get Randy out of there, and of course, getting knocked out by Logan Paul. I wonder, I kind of wonder when Logan Paul hit him. I wondered, did he literally knock him out, because the way he got hit looked like he got knocked completely out, for real. And
he sold that. Now that was
that was a sell. He sold that to the T.
Yeah, he sold it he sold it just like, remember the one time when Ricochet got knocked out by Logan Paul. But anyways, that's a different story. But overall the match was pretty good. They kind of, let them wrestle, at their own speed and everything. It wasn't fast like the women's elimination chamber match, but you can tell when Drew McIntyre was in the pod, and you can tell, man, am I gonna win this? He was like, this is my one shot, my one opportunity to go to headline WrestleMania and win the World Heavyweight Championship. And with that being said, I know Drew knew he was gonna win, but he had to sell it on TV like he wasn't gonna win, which he already knew he was gonna win by doing the things he'd been doing, on Monday Night Raw, and then doing this stuff, attacking Sammy, attacking Cody, stuff with the Judgment Day, all that. But congratulations though to Drew McIntyre though. But we're just gonna see how it's gonna go for WrestleMania for him, even though his contract is expiring after WrestleMania.
Same.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I'm gonna be real. That match was slow. It was slow. I think it didn't live up to the hype. I mean, we got some of the best in the business, and I just think that it didn't really live up to what I was expecting. But overall, I mean, you got the Bobby Lashley spot where he speared what's the name through the pod. That was dope.
Right.
You got the the Kevin Owens spot with where he went in the pod with Logan Paul, started banging his head. That was funny as hell. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
Yes, that was funny.
Randy Orton looked like he was Randy looked like he was hurt. I mean hurting. But AJ Styles, that's some hating shit right there. When you can come, wait. Nah, wait. That's some hating shit when you could come from when you took a plane all the way across country just to make sure LA Knight can't get into the main event. That's some other shit.
That's how
I
you do it.
I would have did that too.
That's some petty shit right there.
I would have did that too.
I would have did it too.
But Drew
Right.
winning, Drew winning, it was the right call. Because who else was you gonna go with? The way
Randy.
they was building Drew, like the way they was building Drew McIntyre and everything else, you had to. You didn't really have a choice there.
Yeah.
So big ups to Drew. He gets to go to WrestleMania main event before Punk. my bad.
Bro, come on. Come on. Leave my
Just
boy
saying.
Punk out of this.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But overall, I expected kind of more, you know what I mean? Did I enjoy it? Yeah, but I kind of I expected more. Now that RKO though to Logan Paul, that was tough.
That was tough.
That was
Nah,
tough.
yeah.
That was tough. But my
But
man
that
knocked
after
him out at the end. Yeah.
And
So,
so,
that
but
it doesn't matter. He got eliminated. So,
but if we gonna cook Logan Paul versus Randy Orton, I'm for that.
Yeah, me too.
But who you taking though?
Huh?
It's all you, Jeff.
Let me see. That match, I'll say the match was good, but like everybody else said, it was slow. It could have been a faster pace, but at the end of the day, Logan Paul did his thing. Even though I don't like him, he did his thing. But I could have did without him. I could have did without him in the match.
yeah. No, I feel the same way. I could have did without him too.
I'm surprised they didn't put AJ in the match.
That would have been fire.
Considering what happened, I see why they didn't. I see the story they trying to put right there.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was that
I'm
all.
still saying they should have put Bronson Reed in there, but after what Chris said, that makes sense too. Why he's not in it?
Yeah.
Was that it, Jeff? You got any more to add?
No.
All right. Well, for me, it was. I enjoyed it. I agree. It was slow. It was slow, but I think it was only slow because if Randy was really hurt, I think that's why it was slow. Because maybe because they had some planned stuff, but he got hurt, and they was like, "Oh man, so we got to call all of this now." Because we probably put all certain spots now.
Yeah.
Because we got to try to let him like recoup enough to finish the match or whatnot.
Yeah.
But, overall, the match was good. I enjoyed it. I feel like I knew Drew was going to win, but it's just like the way they booked it was kind of weird to me because some of his pins came off of not something that he did, except for Bobby Lashley. I think Bobby Lashley was the only one he actually like hit a finisher on and pin. Everybody else was it was something somebody else did, so it kind of to me diminished him winning. But for the story they telling, I see. But from a booking standpoint, it was like that was kind of weird. But if it leads to him being a better and more out there heel, then okay, I understand why you did it that way. But other than that, I enjoyed the Logan's Bobby Lashley putting Logan Paul through the pod.
Yeah.
He put Kevin Owens through the pod. But I would like for him to actually spear Kevin Owens through the pod instead of just throwing him through it. But he just threw Kevin Owens through the pod and then he speared Logan. And then Logan had the only high flying off the top of the cage, off the top of the pod thing. That ending was like it was telegraphed because he took too long to hit somebody with the brass nut. So, but I like they framed it. They had the camera just on him. You couldn't see nobody else, but you could see Logan. He just like, yeah, I'm about to hit somebody. RKO out of nowhere. And I believe they did that because if Randy Orton was hurt, they let him recuperate so he could get himself up and do that. But then for him to come back and hit Randy with the brass nuts, I'm like, okay, so they trying to set up Randy versus Logan Paul. All right, I see that. But no, it was good.
Yeah,
what? yo, the hate, bro. Why?
What ratings would you guys give the entire show?
Hold on, we're not
Hold
done
on,
yet.
wait.
Oh,
You
we
missed
ain't.
done
one.
We're
yet.
not done
Yeah.
yet.
Oh,
We ain't
yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah,
Hold on,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
not done yet.
I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting.
We're not done yet.
We
Hold
not
on.
done.
Main event.
But yeah, that was a good match. Well, Triple H came on, just did an attendance thing, so we're not even about to waste time with that. But the main event, Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax for the women's world title. So what do y'all think about that match and its results? Shane.
You know what? I was the main one that shitted on this match. I was the
Yes,
main
you
one that
did.
said
Yes,
this
you
match is
did.
gonna be garbage. I did. Um, nah, it was the total opposite of that. Them females put on a show. Nia Jax looked strong like she was supposed to. She was supposed to look like that. Rhea Ripley overcoming the babyface role and actually getting a lot of getting the offense and picking up the win. Um, I would like for Rhea Ripley to come up with a new finisher because that reptile looks so weak. Oh my God, it looks weak. It just looks it looks garbage. But overall, nah, the match was fire. They put on a hell of a main event. Shout outs to both of them for that one. That was fire.
Chris?
So yeah. So overall, that match, like you get, like Shane just said, the match was, it was pretty good. You would have thought it would have been bad because, just because of Nia, she would have just, started throwing it around a little bit, and then, but the outcome of the match, it was pretty good. For a minute there, I thought Nia was gonna win. I was like, oh shoot, they're gonna, go with Nia versus Becky, but it ended up didn't go that way. So yeah, the match was pretty solid. I would say it was probably like the second best match of the night.
Okay. Okay. Hector?
Rhea Ripley made Nia Jax look good.
I would not fight you on that. I will not fight you
Yeah,
on that.
me
She
neither.
made
I'm not
Me
fighting you
neither.
on that
she
either.
made her look good.
Facts.
Rhea Ripley,
Phenomenal.
as we know, Rhea Ripley is dominant. We know that. And for her to go against Nia Jax, who's supposed to be this immovable object, we all
Mm-hmm.
know that Nia Jax, she's a liability. We
Yes.
know that.
Yes. Yes.
For
Yeah,
her to go through the whole transition of being dominated, and we never see Rhea get dominated. For
No.
her to sell it the way that she did, it made Nia look great.
Good.
It made her look really good. I thought the match overall was great. I thought it was good. Big ups to both of them because they put on a match. I do agree with Shane though. And the only reason why I'm agreeing with Shane is that her move on Nia Jax did look sluggish.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It looked sluggish.
Yeah.
So I kind of see why. Obviously, I'm saying nothing against the big girls out there. Trust me, I love my big girls too. Nothing against that. I'm not saying that plays a major part, but for a move like that, it's going to play a major part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And that even goes for the guys, because even the guys, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? Compared to somebody like a Liv Morgan or a Becky Lynch, obviously it looks phenomenal. But overall, she did what she was supposed to do, and she did it well. Nia Jax did her part, and she did it well. Overall, I liked the match. I enjoyed the match, and it was top tier for me.
Okay.
yeah, I
Jeff?
agree.
All right. I would say, hey, I would give it a 10 out of 10. If I got to rate it, it was a great match. Like, I think that was one of Rhea's best matches that she's had so far. Um, because for one, Nia is a great wrestler. Pe- people think she's not a great wrestler just because she's big. Like you see some of these other big wrestlers, some of them are dominant. I'm not gonna name them because we ain't got
Awesome.
time for all that. But I think with her background and everything and her training, I think she could beat Rhea Ripley. Seriously, beat Rhea Ripley if they let her beat her whenever she get that chance again. Um, yeah, the match was phenomenal. I wouldn't say it was the best match of the night, but I would say it was up there.
All right.
It was better than the women's tag team title match. I'll put it like that.
That's wrong. For me, it was good. I love they played into it. They really did. They played into Rhea being, you know, the baby face of this feud. Because what else you gonna do? You're not about to have her come out there. She already sold at the press event. She's not about to trash talk her hometown people. So they got her out there, basically being the baby face. Nia's the Uber heel. And yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it, and I agree. She made Nia look fantastic, great. I have never thought I would say this about Nia Jax or a Nia Jax match, but she looked it great. She looked it great.
Mm-hmm.
I think when it comes to wrestlers, both male and female, when it comes to having a bigger like competitor like that, you got to have a different finisher for them. The Riptide is. I'm not saying the Riptide is bad. It just don't look as good when it's on a bigger person. So yeah, I agree that she needs a different finisher, at least when she's facing a competitor of the Nia Jax variety. But
Mm.
overall, yeah, that match was great. I ain't gonna lie, that match was great, and the right woman won. So we'll see who's gonna have that WrestleMania. But that was it. That's it.
Cool.
That was it.
What's the rating for the whole show, everybody?
Hector, what you think of the show?
Take out the tag team match and take out that stupid ass interview. I'm gonna give it a hard 8.5/10.
Whoa.
And take Logan Paul's ass out of it too. And I'll
Oh,
give
you
it
a
an
hater.
Yeah, take
8.5.
Logan Paul
Nah,
out of it.
but you know what I will say though? I will say this. MVP of the men's elimination chamber, Logan Paul. I
Yeah,
will give him that.
yeah.
Why you
Logan
say? Why you
Paul.
say that?
I'll give him
Why?
that.
Why you say
Logan,
that?
He continues to surprise me. He continues to surprise me. He's competing with other guys that's been doing this way longer.
No. And he don't
And
look
he
out there.
looks like he's been doing it as long as now.
Mm-hmm.
So MVP, I give it to Logan Paul. I will give him his respect because it is due. He continues to surprise me every time, and I like what they do with him, especially when it comes to certain wrestlers, like the whole knockout punch to Randy. Nobody saw that.
Mm-mm.
No, nobody saw that he was even going to go that far, and for them to do that there to build something from it is great. It's great, and I will give him MVP. But overall, the pay per view overall, I'm going 8.5 out of 10, only because of the fact that the tag team matches that was boring. Not the Judgment Day, and I'm talking about the Kabuki Warriors and the other two, and that dumbass interview with Doom and
Well,
the Crybaby guy, whatever they were,
Oh,
coming,
okay, there you go.
All
you know,
right.
got
So
stack the pack.
so Hector's 8.5. Shane.
Uh, yeah, that tag match was I the Kabuki Warriors. I think it was just there for the pre-show, whatever. So I'm not really gonna. I think it was just there. Just like the interview, I think it was there. Yeah, I'm with Hector. I'm gonna give it like an 8.5. Overall though, it was actually a good pay-per-view, and I appreciate the fact that Triple H is now shortening these cards because it let these wrestlers actually wrestle and tell stories in the ring. I think
Right.
we kind of forget that part because
Yeah.
if it was up to Vince, it'll be overbooked and overthought, and
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
it don't need
7
to be that.
matches.
It's like too
7
Yeah,
many.
good
it
matches.
There's too much happening at one time.
yeah,
You
it
know?
Too
don't need
many
to
injuries. Too many injuries.
it don't need to
It'd
be
be a lot.
that. So I think shortening the card is definitely a great thing going forward for these pay-per-views because then these wrestlers can tell a story. My MVPs of the night, of course, is Tiffany Stray, Toodles, and
Got a message for that.
and
Ready to.
and, and definitely Logan Paul. Logan Paul. And I mean, I got 3 MVPs, and I'm gonna give it to Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. That tag match was actually
Yeah.
that tag match was
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was really a good match. So yeah, about that they my 3 MVPs. Yeah, I'm with Hector. I'll give it an 8.5. You could have did that interview segment on Raw and that tag match. I think it was just really there just to get the crowd hype and whatever the case may be, especially for Indy. What's that girl name? Indy.
Indy
Hartwell.
Hartwell.
Andy
Yeah.
Hartwell.
Yeah. She got a great pop for it and everything else like that. So, I mean, yeah, I give it an 8.5. It was a solid show.
All right, and we're gonna give it to Jeff.
I would say the show was it was an 8.5. It was a great show. Like everybody said, I would take out the interview and the women's tag match. Even though the tag match it wasn't terrible, but we didn't really need it. So it was pointless. They could have did another match besides the tag team match. I don't know who they would have put, but they could have did something else. Only thing I would say that, like I said before, only thing that was good about it was when when Austin Theory got beat up. That's it. Other than that, the interview was garbage. I'm still gonna give the show an 8.5.
All right, Chris.
All right. Was a good show. First time WWE that I know of did a live event, of course, in Australia. If I had to give the show a rating, it would have to be like a 8.3. Reason was the pace of between the men's match and the women's match. I was like, how you gonna speed up this match but make this match go slow? So I'm kind of with y'all, taking out a couple things. You know, want to give it an 8.5, but I'm just gonna have to go, like I said, with an 8.3.
8.3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, me, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get my MVPs out the way. Toodles, Toodles, Tiffany
Yes.
Stratton.
All right, here
Tiffany
we go.
Stratton did her
Oh
thing,
God.
man. She really did her thing. She got a bright future. She got a bright future. Uh, I would have loved for her to made it to the final 3, but it still didn't hurt. Even though she got pinned and clean here too, it didn't hurt her. It didn't hurt.
Mm-mm.
So,
No. No.
uh, I would, yeah, the Tyler Bate and them. That's my other MVPs. That match was surprisingly fire. Surprisingly fire. With no build between the two teams, they still went in there and did their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have to give it to Logan Paul. He hanged in there, man. He looked like he belonged, even though I know and nobody really wants him there, and it's weird. He's a YouTuber playing boxer, and then 1 minute now he's a wrestler, but he did his thing, man. But for the show overall, the only thing I could do without was the Grayson Waller effect. Like the Kabuki Warriors in them was it was there. It was okay. I'm glad to see they got Indy on there because I wanted her to be there. I feel like the hometown people could be there. With Bronson Reed, reason why Bronson Reed wasn't there, so I understand that.
Right.
But yeah, I could do without the Grayson Waller effect though. That could have took place on SmackDown, on the Raw, and it probably would have had a lot more build to it. It would put you could have the Rock there, you could have had the Bloodline there. It could have been something better, but for what it was here, that was just a standard Raw or SmackDown segment. So overall, the show for me, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 because it was only one thing I did not like, and that was just like that was that Grayson Waller effect. That was the true Brad Fulber to me. So
I do want to say something before. I want to acknowledge the arena was beautiful.
Thanks.
Yes.
For, yeah. Thanks for
that arena was beautiful.
Amazing. Mm-hmm.
That arena was the crowd, the energy. That arena was beautiful. I will give them that.
Just the country itself was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Like you got the different rivers and everything out there. I like, man, you got something to do out there.
The koalas.
Yeah, it was that was that. To me, that's like one of the most beautiful stadium WWE has put a show at.
Right.
I
do got one thing. I do got one thing for Shane though.
I'm gonna let Chris do his thing, but that was another reason why I gave it a 9, because the crowd was fantastic, and they was behind their hometown people. They was behind Tiffany Stratton. They made Tiffany Stratton break character because she actually embraced the crowd when she came out.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I don't like y'all. She literally played into it because they chanted for her that whole time. So I they was amazing, and that's one of the reasons why I gave them a 9. But go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. So for Tiffany Stratton, so she pretty much talked here, on WWE.com. She said, obviously, Australia has great taste, I have to say, but maybe if they would have cheered a bit more louder, I would have actually won. I'm going to fly my pretty little self back home, back to the United States in first class, of course. I'm going to show up next Friday and show everybody why I am the center of the WWE universe. And, of course, she said, toodles.
And there she goes.
And
there she goes with the dog in the crowd. Right after I just said she embraced the crowd.
And look though, I'm wondering, as that little quote she said there, I'm gonna show up next Friday and show everyone why I'm the center of the WWE universe. Who will she have who she would have a match against? It's all going back to the thing we've been seeing online about her and Bianca.
I would say this: it could be her and Bianca. She could be referring to, but we can't take out Jade because the whole reason why she wasn't at the paper was to protect her because they didn't want her losing. So therefore, all I can say is, if they do go Bianca and Jade, fine, cool. And if they do go Bianca Tiffany, that's also fine, cool. But all I can say is let's wait and see, because they still doing something with Jade, given the fact that they didn't pull her because she wasn't ready. They just pulled her because they didn't want her taking the loss.
Right.
Ready. Yeah, you ready? I don't care what y'all talking about.
That's another conversation for another night.
That's a conversation for another day.
Overall, the arena was great. The crowd was great. The show was good. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed my time too. So
Yeah.
it wasn't a bad show.
As they say, that's
Next
all.
WrestleMania. WrestleMania is gonna be fire though.
Man,
Depending-
I'm so amped up for that because not to hold you guys up or anything, but NXT, yeah, so of course you we got NXT Stand and Deliver.
Acknowledge me.
That's gonna be April 6th at 12 o'clock my time, which is Eastern time, and then later on you got WrestleMania that evening, and then you got WrestleMania the next day. Man, I am so ready for April, like to literally get here. March just need to go ahead and fly out the way. I mean,
So they gonna do Stand and Deliver on the same day as night one?
yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
yeah.
So we're
It's gonna be like
getting
at 12 o'clock.
we're getting Friday Night SmackDown. We're getting
right,
Stand and Delivered.
yep,
WrestleMania Part 1, WrestleMania
right,
Part 2, Monday Night Raw.
yeah.
Where is the Hall of Fame then? Because you still got the Hall of Fame, Sam?
The Hall of Fame's gonna be Friday. The Hall of Fame's gonna be Friday.
Oh, it's gonna be
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll have the Hall
Yeah,
of Fame Friday.
Or Thursday.
Hey,
or
everybody, hashtag,
Thursday. Nah, yeah. You're right.
hey,
Could be
everybody, hashtag induct Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
So WWE can
Induct
see
Paul
it.
Hashtag
Heyman.
induct Paul Heyman.
And yeah, Paul Heyman needs to be inducted. He one of the
The
greatest
ponytail Paul Heyman. The ponytail Paul Heyman.
Um, Chris, you could take us out.
Yep. Go
All
ahead,
right, you
Chris.
guys. We appreciate you guys for checking us out, the Wrestling Pit podcast.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, share this video, whether it's on
Let's
X,
go. Comment.
Instagram, anything. You guys share these videos, get us out
Comment.
there, and please, yes, comment as well. Thanks to little big man, thanks to Jeff, thanks to Shane, and thanks to Hector. And then
put your ones in the air.
Wrestling Pit, baby.
Wrestling Pit. Let's go.
I wish
your
I can
ones
be.
in the
I wish I can be. I wish I can be loud, but I can't. But yeah, you guys.
Be
And of
loud.
course,
Be loud. I don't
thank.
care.
No, yeah. Well, sure. I didn't know if you guys had earphones in or not, and want to yell in your house.
This video is sponsored by Ben & Jerry's
Hey man,
Strawberry
get.
Shortcake
Peace.
Peace.
This man.
All right, y'all.
and Xbox.
Y'all are